No, it can't be me. Said, oh, we're talking about real life experiences. Yeah.
No, so yeah, I went to Otakon, right? Went down to DC, visited, met Sage in person for the first time, not just behind a computer screen. Had a little interaction with his mom.
Really.
One of us almost died, and it wasn't me.
No, listen. He would have made it. It'd be alright, you know.
Hey,
If he did,
I'm Latino. I got my ass handed to me when I was a kid. If there was a whooping right around the corner, I'd be alright. But
no, there
no,
wasn't a weapon around the corner, but I can't tell you exactly what it was. I've been sworn into oath.
cool. We're gonna keep it that way. Um, so we went to Otakon for the first time ever for both of us. Um, that's a big ass venue. I'm not gonna lie. It is ginormous. Not what I thought it was gonna be. There's the dealer hall and the artist alley. Wow, they're
Two completely separate sections.
well, they're right next to each other, right? So
No.
yeah, they are. There's a
No.
wall dividing it. There's a wall dividing it, but it's one
What do
section
you
over
mean
here.
a
You
wall
go.
dividing it? You have to walk across the convention center to get to Artist Alley, so that means you never went to Artist Alley.
No, I went to both. What do you
So,
mean? We did the interview in Artist Alley. Why?
that wasn't a wall. That was a whole two buildings.
See, exactly my point, right? So, doesn't matter. Either way, both pretty big, spacious areas. One, obviously, the dealer exhibit was a whole lot bigger than Artist Alley. I think it's like triple in size. Um, there was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that was like the most cardio I've done. The most Pokemons I've caught in quite some time. A lot of amazing things I had never seen before. Having gone to Anime Boston and Rhode Island Comic Con. I was actually surprised I didn't see a couple of vendors, but it was also like a pretty packed weekend where there was like 4 or 5 cons going all at the same time. So, made sense.
Bro.
It was wild.
Endless people were assuming that we were at DreamCon, and I was just like, trying
Hey.
not to be in my feelings.
Hey, just because we part of the culture, you won't see me in Texas. That is almost a guarantee. And if y'all wonder why Sosa, well, my last name is actually Sosa, right? And I don't look of the Caucasian variety because I'm Latino, and I have a big mouth on me. I don't want to get sent over the border to Mexico where I know literally no one. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Nah, that's not why he's not going. Give him the real reason.
It's hot.
Because of what you're doing.
It's hot in Texas. Not gonna lie. It's hot. It's hot. It's brutal, and it's not fat people friendly.
Mind you, we both never been to Texas, but this man wasn't making it in DC, and we were hotter than Texas.
Dude, 103 on a Saturday at 3 p.m. on Saturday. I was like, mm-mm. It was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. DC is very beautiful. I think we stayed like I want to say like it's about less than 4 miles away from the White House. Walked around the White House. It was actually very very pretty. But yeah, it got a lot of new posters from there. More the ones I can't show than the ones I can. Like that one. That one I can. This one I can. This one's a muscle mommy.
Like, yeah, you got posters, but I was looking for the good stuff, and they ain't have it. They ain't even have good NTR. Okay.
Okay, so that was actually one thing, right? So when I was at Anime Boston, and I can't grab the manga because the name is extremely explicit, but there was this one vendor. I think it's like, I forget what specifically it's called. I think it's like J18 or something like that. That it's for 18 plus. Like they say, we need to see your ID before you can touch anything here. That was also another thing I loved from what's his face, Otakon, because they had like you get the 21 plus wristbands. My only issue is that even though I had the wristband, I had it clearly shown. 90% of the time, I had to show my ID. Whatever. There was like one spot I went to right as I was about to like take out my ID. She's like, "No, you have the wristband. You're good." I was like, "Oh, thank God." But yeah, back to this thing back in Anime Boston. They had a lot of good stuff. They had a lot of great stuff actually, and they had like a little spot that was in NTR, because they had like mangas that are actually like colorful, which is, I know it's not the norm, but I am seeing more and more of that pop up. I actually have one.
Colorful manga.
Yeah, so.
And it's that? Oh my goodness.
So, I have one. It's actually, it's made by an American. You read it like a normal manga. It's called Pulse. It is, obviously 18 plus. It's, there's Yuri and Yaoi, I believe it's called, right? So one's the gay one, the other one's the lesbian one. And it's lesbian. And it's fully in color. But yeah, there was only like one spot with like the 18 plus can't believe you're into NTR 18 plus manga and DVDs. Everything else was a lot of posters. I was like, okay, but like where the manga at? And then you go and you find the manga and it's like everything you have, or sorry, everything that I want to further my collection or to get the next one because it like just dropped, y'all don't have it. Okay. Like it was nice, but like I think I might got gotta go to Echicon next year.
To Echi Expo?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, somebody gotta go to Texas.
I might have to see it through, my boy. I might have to see it through. I know y'all have seen the Dark Magician little acrylic thing that I got.
Fuck yeah.
So I got two more.
No, just keep it on screen. What are you doing?
Nah, because I have another one. I have another one.
I was about to say, no, you monster.
just cut out and put it as my background later. And then I got this one. There were others.
Is that Hibana?
Mm-hmm.
That is Hibana.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna know how come I know that's Hibana?
Mira, if you didn't see the MC at the bottom as a tattoo, you ain't living right. Yeah, a lot of yeah, I was really disappointed that there was only like one 18 plus spot for manga, which was it was okay. Like it was the only one dedicated spot. There was a few manga vendors. No, so there was one vendor, I forget where, because like this place is so massive, right? That they have 18 aisles, massive, and there's enough block space. Yeah. Because it 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, all the way up to 1800. So, 18 aisles. Did you not pay attention to that?
No. I forgot. We're not including Artist Alley.
Oh, Artist Alley would be like another.
I know it's another section completely, but
I think it'd be like a roughly 24. Yeah, again, one spot only with 18 plus manga and memorabilia and shit like that. A bunch of places for posters. There was one of the 2 or 3 manga shops that actually had like an 18 plus section, but it was like so slim. I was like, it's kind of meek. It's kind of meager, and I wish that like it was a little bit bigger instead of it just being the top shelf. And I'm like, okay, yeah, none of these titles interest me. They had a huge boys love section, which, hey, the bitches love boys love. And I say that extremely loosely because my girlfriend loves boys love.
Look, listen, they both abandoned us.
Bruh.
We were like, I guess this was the exit route that we needed. We should have found this first.
It was one spot. The one spot. There was a lady. I can't show it. You're like, why can't you show it? Because it's on the naughty wall, and there's something in addition to the. I'm not. No. But yeah, so there was a lady with like these smaller posters, like these ones right here, and she had a slightly bigger one. Mind you, these are like 4 just in a thing by, I think it's 8 by 11 or some shit. So my girlfriend wanted one specific thing. Girl's like, oh yeah, I'll have it tomorrow because it just like ran out today. Apparently she ran out completely, and my girlfriend was a little bit pissed when she went. And she's like, so I found the one that my boyfriend wants. I didn't find the one that I wanted. I'm pissed. I was like, there's nothing I can do about that. She ran out. She didn't come with enough. Oh well. That's why you gotta carry like in abundance, and I hope that you bring back way less.
Yeah, but you know how much they be spending on the booths.
Oh my god, a lot of money.
Listen, $2,000 per booth.
Oh, bro, that's way more than Rhode Island Comic Con. From what I know, but like even though that the spot is a little bit bigger, at Otakon, at Rhode Island Comic Con it's a little bit smaller, so everything is more jam packed. So there isn't that huge walking space in between one side, like the left and right side of each aisle. And one dude's like, yeah, no, this booth right here, it cost me like $500, and so like the minimum he needs to make while he's there is like $1,500, because that's his break even for his travel, his hotel, and whatnot is like $1,500, like bare minimum. There's this artist that I follow him on personally. I follow him on IG, and he like talks about, oh yeah, no, I was at this one specific con. And it was so dead on Friday and like partway through Saturday that on Sunday a lot of artists were gone, and they were at a completely different convention. Like Saturday evening, they were at a different convention, and they like the money that they could have made at one convention, but they didn't. They went to another convention, made all the money that they needed, and then some. I was like, damn.
Yeah, it happened like that, but just hoping y'all know I'm waiting for the official start of fall, because Bad Waifu is supposed to be dropping the men's line.
Mira, finally for us? Oh my god. I'm gonna be a whore.
Oh no, not finally. She had to get the approval and whatnot. So
okay.
That goes into the dark side of our anime community, and I can't really say too much about that because
hey, don't leave me alone with intrusive thoughts and some relatively seductive music. I will flip the switch, become gay for a moment, and just be like, I'm feeling sexy.
Nah, bro, it's not even like that. It's more so. So you remember how we found out what really went on how DreamCon became DreamCon and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more to it. That's why certain people weren't at DreamCon, and I'm like, hold the fuck up.
Hey,
Nah, like,
so in terms with that, right? So apparently, and this isn't talking any shit to DreamCon, RDC World, none of that. Um, but those brothers were woefully ill prepared.
who?
The people at DreamCon. So last year, right? Not 2023, but in 2022, they were at a smaller convention site, and they had I think the number was like roughly 5,000 attendees.
Yeah,
This year, bigger venue, 20,000 attendees, and they had the
yeah,
tiers, right? You had the basic, the I think gold and platinum, right? The gold and platinum people couldn't get to go and do the shit that they paid to go and do, which was to like meet specific peoples for meet and greets. But a lot of the people with the standard shit, they were able to do it because there's a cap
yeah,
in the line. So it's like, hey, if you don't have gold or platinum, get out. But like you had a lack of security because you were woefully ill prepared. You wanted the bag. Now I'm talking shit. You wanted the bag. You got the bag, and a lot of people were pissed because what they paid to go and do, because those tickets were expensive. Dude, I can't believe $300. I was like, damn, that's almost a that's what Island Comic Con ticket and a half for VIP. Man, $500 for the gold or platinum. I'm like, and you gotta take, because most of us live not in Texas, and so it's like, all right, cool. I'm spending $600 with tax on a ticket. I gotta either take a plane or a train. The plane's faster. The train's gonna be more convenient, depending on where you are. So you're spending roughly $1,000 just in travel, and you couldn't get to do the one thing that you paid to do, which was to go and meet RDC World or whoever it was that was part of the specific package. And I'm like, yo, y'all got hoed, and y'all got hoed aggressively. So for that, I feel bad for you, son, but it can't be me. Because, I pay attention to the shit that I buy, the shit that I do, right? If I get a VIP package, I'm in that VIP shit. That's the first thing I do there. But it was also like, it was packed. It was crowded. I thought Otakon was packed. It was, but there was also plenty of space for you to walk around. So you can be packed and still have like space. Like the only time I felt crowded was going into the manga shops, because like they were designed a specific way, but everything else
designed that way on purpose.
Exactly. So like those are kind of meant to be a specific way, because you're, hey, like this is a spot like here to here, or like here, kind of snake around and then you're done. Okay, cool. But if your entire convention is like that's poor planning, that's poor security, that's poor like everything. And
I mean, not necessarily, because what about Anime Expo?
oh, that happened this weekend? And
No, I'm just saying in general. You can't say that, because Anime Expo is the biggest anime convention within the country, and the only reason why theirs is jam packed and parked like sardines is because it's so many people. They only get access to the Staples Center. There's not a big enough convention center for Anime Expo, to be honest.
I mean, then I don't know. There's like a whole marketing thing behind that, right? Numbers wise. So okay, cool. You need to sell X amount for you to break even, and everything after that is profit. All right. So how are we gonna do it, right? And that's where you need to have like your money person be smart, because in that aspect, all right, cool. If we sell base tickets at this much, we need X amount to sell. All right, well, if we take 30% of that, right, 30% of the total number, we remove that, and we put those numbers double, triple, whatever it is, some bullshit thing, we can sell a little bit less of the regulars and sell more of these, and then we'll be fine. Again, keep it but like, you want to leave a little bit of gap somewhere, because in massive crowds, it's daunting for a lot of people. People sweat their asses off. So either A, be like the Otakon convention, where that place you could feel the AC blasting from the street half a block away. That's what I call air conditioning.
Oh no, that's because we pay taxes,
Bruh. Like, once we finish talking about Otakon and like my experience in DC, which as a fellow person of color, I was disappointed in you for not telling me to bring seasoning or hot sauce or something, cause y'all's food is bland. Oh Lord, is it bland? There's not an ounce, bruh. Everywhere. You want to know the only place that had seasoning? The only place. Yeah. The only place was a Jamaican spot inside of the convention, and they had like their version of an egg roll.
Where else did you eat?
I ate at the spot behind the hotel.
The Chaplin's place?
Yeah. I got 2 different kinds of their chicken. One chicken was dry. The other one was just relatively juicy in comparison.
You do realize you were in the white people section, right?
Let me finish.
Yeah.
We got breakfast from one spot, I think on Friday morning, and their eggs were the best tasting things I had in like 48 hours. Ate food at the convention, bland. Doesn't matter what it was bland. It was pizza, it was bland. It was hot, but it was bland. Yeah, I think I had like convention food 2-3 times.
Bro, the fuck were you doing?
No, because oh my, I don't want to talk about it. No,
bro.
not. Hold on. What was it? It was Friday. Everything opened like a little bit later than the other days. Yeah. So that day we had food there. We had like a mini pizza. It was okay. It was just hot. And Sunday, same thing. Saturday we ate from the pizza place. The pizza place was kind of okay, but then Sunday night we ordered from there as well.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, like I want to get something different, right? I kind of want y'all's boneless wings over here that say that they're spicy. I got chicken nuggets. I got if I had known that there was like a grocery store nearby, I don't know what you guys have, because up here we have Shaw's, Stop and Shop, Price Chopper.
I told you there was a grocery store nearby too.
But you didn't tell me what the name was, and if you did, I forgot it.
Giant.
I no. One word. Giant? Nope. My grocery stores have 2 words in it. Shaw's Supermarket. Stop and Shop. Price Chopper. Save a lot. Bare minimum 2 words. Big Lots is something else.
Big Lots is for is for, off-brand technology, but still decent quality. You got, what else? You got furniture in Big Lots. Listen, I remember when we had Big Lots. Taking me back to my teenage years, bro. Well, they took that shit away. Fucking monsters put a pickleball center over here.
Again, most of the food, bland. Doesn't matter. Expensive. Really expensive.
I have to take you to the right places. That's what it is. My bad. I didn't realize I left that part out.
Yeah, no, I was telling my girl, I was like, hey, if he ever comes up to Massachusetts, shit, I'm bringing him to like these 3 spots. I'm like, I don't care how much like space you got in your stomach. You're gonna eat some of this food, and you're gonna like it. It's gonna be the most, like, I literally got home, not the same day because we got home like mad late. The next day, even though I live with my grandmother, who's cool, who cooks very well. I went to one of those restaurants.
What's spoiled?
I went to one of those restaurants, and that everything I was tasting, it was like salt, seasoning, ooh, crunchy, seasoning, salt, texture, delicious.
This man coming from my city, and I can't really defend him anymore because it's like, damn, we are getting gentrified hella fast. But at the same time, I got a whole mom that cooks.
Hey,
So like,
I had no home cooked meal, right? So I was just eating on the road for almost a week. So when I ate that, y'all ain't got no, of all the people you have right in your area, y'all ain't got one Brazilian spot.
no, we have Fogo de Chao, but that shit costs like $1,000 to get in, bro.
We interviewed Morgan was his name. I almost forgot his name for a second. No, Morgan Madison, Golden Tree Publishing. Yeah. Where like this is actually one of their comics. He was actually at a stall with his friend, and his friend does a lot of artwork, and saw the thing, talked, and he's like, yeah, no, so I'm the one guy's obviously the artist, the other guy is the comic guy,
Story writer.
I didn't hear a word you said.
I said the story writer.
No, so the artist friend is just like an artist friend. It's not like his like actual drawer.
No,
person.
you said that part already.
Okay.
I was picking up where you left off.
Yeah, my bad. And he was very nice. It was something very quick. Shadow would have done it himself, but he didn't read because he was too lit and was trying to go to an after party. And I was like, you know what? We gonna sneak this interview in right here real quickly.
Shadow wasn't even there. What you mean?
Hey, if Shadow was there, would have been perfect. Because I would have been like, all right, both you bitches read now. Help me come up with some questions.
Sage was trying to go to after parties, and he went to said after party.
Yeah, you got lit that you slept for like 2 hours. and then I saw you in flip flops. I was like, you in flip flops? He's like, bruh, I was in costume for like almost 24 hours. I was like, all right, cool, bet. Let the dogs breathe. But yeah, that's a transition into the interview. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is where I'll kind of close off the little episode. We might go to a convention together again. Don't know. Next time Shadow should be there, so like I can, because I still have the original poster. Do you guys remember? So like my idea, I was like, I didn't want to do it with just Sage. So I'm gonna speak a little bit louder. If y'all saying anything, I can't hear you. So my idea was I'll probably have to like just like put this on new thing because it's a little bit stained, but like to have us each sign the original.
All right, Sage Squad. Those not a part of the Sage Squad, but you still seeing this message. It's important. All right. I know you get tired playing the game, especially on Unite. I always say get high off of potions. All right. Special item right there. Give you a little bit more life. Give you a little bit more energy, right? Damn, close combat into this W right here, all right? That's what I'm talking about. Get the W with W. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Use my code. It's going to pop up somewhere. Not sure where. But you're going to use that code, get 10% off your next order. The caffeine, all right? And it's not just that alone. It also comes with great vitamins on the inside. So if you do want to use this as pre-workout, because we know you like going to the gym. Don't you sit here and lie, okay? Me as a Lucario main, I know we like to fight. So that means we got to stay ready. You know, we got to pump that iron. You know what I'm saying? Purchase WD. Code SAGE EJ.
Poster. And then also sign the new one with the new design and whatnot. Kind of like
I like how this man tried making it sound like it was optional, right? Like Shadow, you heard that shit too, right?
Yeah, but he's muted.
Unmute that king.
Hey, I've been doing this.
Oh no, I may be in the shadows, but I'm still here listening.
All right,
oh,
cool.
so you heard it? Okay.
Oh, I heard it. Oh, I heard it.
No, I got dope.
I heard things are, how can I say it? Things aren't really optional around here. I see how you are, mandatory Sosa.
No, listen. Hold on. Nah. You see, here's the thing. Listen, he might not be able to come down south to Texas like that, and he surely might not ever come back to DC, except for during the winter time.
Oh yeah.
But guess what we can do? Guess what we can do, right? Me and Shadow can tag team and pull up the Cape Cod. Hold on, let me call my sister right now.
Hey, yo!
I'll be like, hey.
Just say pull up to Massachusetts. No need to say roughly where I live. I don't need to have a stalker show up at my front door and be like, "Are you?" Whoa! I was about to say something. Juju, where are they? I need you. I was gonna say something.
Remember, it's the Pokemon World Championship right now. He's doing live coverage on it, and you know it. It's the World Championships. You chose the wrong weekend to record. This is just all. I literally let this slide for that one reason. It was like 2 weeks from now. Bad.
Activate dying trap card.
Oh, the trap card was already activated. He's the one that activated it on himself, which is the craziest thing.
There he is.
Catch us around. We'll be around. Back to our kind of bullshit. Every other week we're dropping content.
Alright. Sage Squad. Those not a part of the Sage Squad, but you still seeing this message. It's important, alright? I know you get tired playing the game, especially on Unite. I always say get high off of potions, alright? Special item right there. Give you a little bit more life. Give you a little bit more energy, right? Damn, close combat into this W right here, alright? That's what I'm talking about. Get the W with W. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Use my code. It's going to pop up somewhere. Not sure where. But you're going to use that code, get 10% off your next order. The caffeine, alright? And it's not just that alone. It also comes with great vitamins on the inside. So if you do want to use this as pre-workout, because we know you like going to the gym, don't you sit here and lie, okay? Me as a Lucario main, I know we like to fight. So that means we got to stay ready. You know, we got to pump that iron, you know what I'm
So we have 2 books, right?
I'm kind of enjoying this one. Not going to sit here and lie. I'm kind of enjoying this one. You know? But in the meantime, we're just going to continue to shoot the shit while we both read. Because I kind of like this story. So I'm kind of reading it again. Not going to sit here and lie. Because the way how this story started off with the whole PH, kind of not going to sit here and lie. I thought I was going to like this one a lot more than this. So I wasn't really pressed to read this one at first. And then when I was pressed to read it, because I needed to find it, yeah, it kind of hurt, you know.
So yeah, when we were at Otakon, there was this I'll say small publisher, like small-ish. They do have some books out. They have the current one, which I have in my hand, which is Ida, which is a period piece. It's like an 8 issue comic. There's one that you have in your hand, which King of Sweden, Last Bloodline, and Unicorn Melee, which I haven't read. And then there are a few other ones. Can't really read the names of them. But yeah, we had a chance to have like a quick little sit down with the author. I believe their name was Morgan, right? Very nice dude. I wanted to do it with another, like do another interview with someone else, but that didn't quite pan out, mainly because someone wanted to go to after party and I didn't. So I just decided to take the W, take the W with having at least one, and then the other one I could try and reach out via social media later. Because I don't have the first issue anymore and I can't reread it, Sage, Mr. I'll take 10,000 years to get back to you.
You're right, you know.
So, King of Sweden, I'm not gonna lie, that shit started out really dark. Like, dark, 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 dark. Like really dark.
We got the backstory first, actually. Like, and normally we get the Naruto flashbacks. You know, the Date Bayo, right? The talk no jutsu mid fight or
The
after,
swing set.
right? Like we automatically get hit with the remember the swing, nigga. Remember the swing. You gonna remember the swing today. You gonna know what the swing is first before we even drop the sauce on you. I was like, damn. Like
Yeah.
this intense, like the other one, but it ain't intense like this. I'm sitting here sad. I'm like, yo, I don't want to read this. You need to tell me. Can I go into it now?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you mean to tell me, right? You know, the main character's daughter is now dead, off rip, and that's kind of
Is there not like a little time skip, right? Or technically, sorry. Her death was 2 years prior to the start of the story. That's what it was. My bad.
that's what I mean. You know, they gave us the swing first before we could really get into it. I'm sitting here like, oh, everything alright. You know, 2 seconds in, I'm like, wait, what a sec? She dead? Huh? Like half the reason why you forget why we was here, Dad? Is already here at the front. You mean I didn't have to really read for this? Automatic turn off as a non-reader. That's going to tell me like, hey yo, they here to get to the point to and from. But you know, I stuck through. I gave it a read after thinking I lost it when I did not. I'm gonna put myself out there like that. You know, I thought I lost the book when I whole time did not. You know, it was in the place that I thought it was, and yeah. Continuing on, so the princess is dead now, and essentially the king must find a new heir, or is at least trying to figure out a way of how to properly, you know, pass down the torch, because one of the sacred rules of their universe is that the powers and leadership goes to the firstborn child, if I'm not mistaken.
If so, maybe it's because like I can only reread volume 2, but from what I understood is that you can only have one child. So if you watch Ranking of Kings, giants can only have one child. So no matter what, they were doomed to extinct. So that's like this happened to 2 different kingdoms prior. It used to be like a great nation of like 9 kingdoms, but 2 of them like died out because the power that is bestowed, like no, the offspring, they died. So the country also died, which I think I originally thought it was really stupid. But looking into it, like going into the second volume and reading from there, it's like, oh, this actually makes a little bit more sense, because if not, like you could just have a bunch of kids and then you have something like the Leaf Village, right? Where you have like one person could father an entire nation basically. So it's like, hey, this is kind of like nerfing you, so you can't try and give us some bullshit, right? So we don't have like a Naruto, bad example.
Exactly.
Uchihas, right? So you can't have like a whole bunch of them just from like a couple of dudes. So I'm like, you know what? That's actually really smart. It's only one person carrying on the thing, and it's a great way to nerf someone. Which like I give props to the writer for that, because in the beginning, again, I thought it was kind of stupid. After reading into it and then like having it sit in my brain for a little bit, it actually makes more sense, because then you stop having there's one manga out there called I'm the Eighth Son, where he is the eighth son in like this a line of succession, and he won't get shit because he's the eighth son. But if you only have one son or one child, honestly, perfect. Though again, I've only read the first 2 volumes. The second volume does have like a kind of shift, right? Where, since I said earlier, we get the backstory in the beginning. In volume 2, that's where we get the action. We get a lot more story going through. personally, I want to go and finish reading the remainder of the series. I'm not sure if he's done with it yet, but I believe his total was like 50 chapters. That was his idea.
Exactly. I remember that. It was 50. He said 50 to 75. Because he didn't take too long on the story. He didn't want to drag it out like we already know.
Yeah. Long live the pirates, because they've been going on forever.
Oh no, you're wild. That's not even what I was talking about. I was talking about Attack on Titan. Since we gonna go there, right? Don't disrespect my.
What you mean though? It's 30 years. I will rep JoJo's Bizarre Adventure till the day I die, because JoJo's at least has part 1 all the way to part 9. We have had 8 full beginnings, middles, and ends. 8 different main characters, side characters. We've had a bunch of different villains, 2 different power systems. Like, dude, it's wild.
Okay, but
and One Piece is like One Piece.
Said about Pokemon. Let's
1,000-ish chapters of backstory.
Okay, same thing can be said about Pokemon.
Nah, but see, you got Gen 1, Gen 2. It's always divided by the generation. Okay. We have had 8 full generations. Only I made a video about this. Someone's like, "Oh, so you're doing like Pokemon? It's a love-hate relationship with Pokemon because it's a little bit more palatable because it's Pokemon, right?" Again, 8 whole new sets of starters, where we just started the 9. So 8 new sets of starters, 8 new side characters, a whole plethora of new Pokemon here and there, some variants, some regional forms, yada yada. Yeah. And then now we have, not after about 30 years, Ash is finally done, the end of an era, and now on to the kids.
That aren't his kids. Let's put that out there. Those are not his kids. Run down. I mean, I gave the introduction to this, but like I ain't really stabbed the thing, you know. Like, it's still sitting here, you know. I'm just eating, like, you know, this is good, you know, this is very good. Disregard, I don't have a fork in my room, so we're just gonna act like this is a fork. You know, like, this is good, but I ain't really, you know, into volume 1 yet. I'm gonna definitely return this to you, sir. You know, no need for Arceus in the Jewel of Life. I think we learned our lesson from Legends Arceus with Volo and whatnot. Call back to a different episode of the podcast. Make sure y'all continue to check us out. Stay strong out here. We're trying to push out videos as much as possible. Volume 2 is just, you know, straight action. We get the backstory. We get I'm sort of getting like a Full Metal Alchemist vibe. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Because going over the pH scale, necromancing, that's all scientific based. Yes, it's still sort of magic. And I get trying to revive your daughter from the dead. But like, I think we've learned our lesson. I think we have learned our lesson. I'm looking here and I'm looking here. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. All of y'all. I think we've learned.
Because now it makes sense instead of just like yelling at each other.
Oh no, I was still going to yell regardless because I'm like, yo.
Same.
I think we've all learned our lessons, right? I'm looking at you here. I'm looking at y'all over there. I'm looking at you right here. I think we've all learned our lesson with the don't try to revive somebody from the dead, right? Right? We don't have a philosopher, so are we really about to live battle?
Yeah.
Hey yo, somebody get the lights up. Why are we trying to start a fight here? Why are we doing this? You know, if you want team,
my car.
You know what? See, this is where I have to say,
who looks like Drake? Me or my boy?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me call for reinforcements first.
My fam.
Great reinforcement. What's it called? Noble Phantasm. I'm Alexander the Great out here. Noble Phantasm. Let's go. Go ahead, get the lights up, y'all. Really? 3 people? Y'all already on his side? Like, what's going on here? What is this?
So a slight shift, right? Kind of. So like as of right now, having read volume 1 and 2, I definitely give the story is a little bit daunting in the very beginning, but if you can get past that and continue on with the story, definitely give it like an 8.2 out of 10. I'd love to see where the story continues to. Probably that would make the rating go up, but as of right now, I only read the first two. If I were to base it off the first volume, I'd probably give it a lower score. But I like where everything is going. I like the drawings, and it's very appeasing and appealing, and I want more. So that's why I give it an 8.2. Sage, what do you give it?
So I'm honestly in the same roundabout. I wouldn't give it the 0.2. I'm just gonna leave it at 8 because I haven't gotten the second volume yet, nor the rest of the full series. But I think, with great potential and great work that I'm seeing right now, we'll reach that 9. I want to give it a 9 just straight out the gate, but I can't be biased and just be like, oh, well, not biased. What's the word? Ignorant, I should say, and just give it a straight 9 out of 10 because of.
I think bias is a better word, not ignorant.
I mean, but you see, here's the thing. Yeah, I've read 1, so I have knowledge, but it's not total knowledge to say I'm completely biased because I would still be a little bit ignorant to what happens later on down the road.
True.
So, yeah.
Shifting to his other story that he went and did, ETA, ETA. This is actually based in feudal Japan.
Hey, yo, what's your ETA? Hold on, wait. What's your ETA? When y'all pulling up with these lights, y'all? I'm just saying, because I'm sitting over here losing right now.
World Fair.
Crazy.
Because I don't have the first of the 8 issues. It's comics. Hold on. Issues? Yeah.
So there's 7 more that we have to get.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought the story was very interesting. It starts off dark, just like the previous one, so I'm seeing the pattern, but at least knowing that the pattern exists actually makes me feel a little bit better, a little bit easier. And it just seems to be that the character we follow, which kind of threw me for a loop because it's very clear that Morgan, which was a writer for no, it's Madison, not Morgan. My bad. Madison has a very distinct hey, I'm gonna let you know, shit popping off, and we started with shit popping off. And I'm like, oh, that's a lot. Like it's very graphic from the jump.
But that's what you need. So, calling back to the interview, because y'all weren't there, but you will see it later on the Otaku Outsiders podcast pages, right? In a tie. Hey, there we go. Start the rematch. I don't know who it is that came in clutch, but thank you. Definitely. He did say, hey, I want my books to be mature and, not necessarily deterring from younger age audiences, but he did clearly state it inside the interview, which I appreciated. Just like how he's doing now with, both stories. He already said, hey, yo, this is what we're doing. Started off very intense, like I said. I honestly relate to this story a little bit more because, young age, trying to figure your own shit out, and you're the last samurai, no, not last samurai, last shogun within the Edo period. So it's kind of it speaks volumes. Because there are certain traditions that you withhold. I mean, not withhold. What's the term?
Upkeep.
You hold up. Yeah, you keep to yourself because it was passed down, from word to mouth or however it is. And modern day me.
You mean word of mouth?
Not say. I mean, yeah. Certain things that I know, I only learned through word of mouth and then actually being taught later on once I became of age versus, just go out here and do it. Well, ooh, he's trying to reconnect while that happens. We start off with this man trying to off himself. He's like, I'm unworthy. Too many things I've done trained myself for all of this to happen. It's time to call it a day. I'm beat. It's not like I'm physically beat. It's not the fact that I don't believe in myself completely. It's just because of all of this, and I know what my standards are and my values. Comparing to where I should be mentally or ideally versus where I am now, I don't feel that strong connection. So he literally starts off this story, kid you not, he's in the kowtow, and if you know what the kowtow is, you already know.
I was about to say, don't show nothing, because you get us, like you personally on Twitch, and then us on TikTok be like hammer, and it's like damn, because this one's like weird. Oh,
Twitch don't really care. It's just the DCMA when it comes to music. But we've already stated, hey, this is Golden Tree Publishing. So we've given out the credit. It's the fact that TikTok don't like, mature content. Yet they have mature content on here.
Honestly, I don't know how to rate this one, because I only have like the first issue. And it...
I'm giving it a 4. Only because
maybe it's because like it's only the first one out of 8, but I feel like there's some stuff that's missing that could help make it grow.
But it's probably in the missing 7.
Yeah. So that's why like I don't want to leave it with like such a low rating. I'll probably give it a 5. It could go up, down, either way, but only because I only have the first one. I only know where the story goes thus far. Maybe in the near future when I grab the other 7, I'm like, all right, cool. After reading it, I've changed it. It is now like my full answer is like a 7 or 8, something like that. But I did enjoy the King of Sweden a whole lot more in the first volume than I did this. So maybe it's just because I like the other more fantasy story instead of the more period piece. Because I have been getting more and more into isekais lately, and isekais with and fantasy and all that stuff. So maybe that's why. Maybe I'm just a little bit jaded.
So Sousa and Sage are out here at Otakon. Got a lovely book, King of Sweden, Last Bloodline by
Madison Outdoor.
You're Madison.
I'm Madison, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so who's
and
Brian?
Brian's the artist. So I'm the writer. Brian's the artist. That's my boy Ray.
Yeah.
Ray's Arts. You can check him out on Instagram. His art's dope. But Brian, he's in Florida right now, so
okay.
He's the artist. I'm the writer.
All right. So my first question is why? Why go and make your own manga? What was the inspiration? What was the thought process of I want to make my own? I want to have my own story.
Oh yeah, man. So like so initially, like I've always been a writer.
Yeah.
But sometimes I get to these points where I've read everything and I'm looking for something, I can't find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm looking for a type of story. So I figured, why not just create the type of story that I'm looking for myself? You know what I mean? So that's kind of what got me started with creating the King of Sweden Last Bloodline.
Yeah.
I was just looking for something kind of different, and figured I'd just do it myself.
Why not? My next question is so semi spoiler, but it's the first page of the book, of the story. Tragic event happens 2 years before the start.
Right.
My question is, why not have the tragic event in in the early onsets and have a time skip? Why already start with, hey, this happened before and this is a tragic stricken character?
Right. So the main thing is with that is that's later. You're gonna get the whole of how it happened and everything that went down, kind of later on in the story. But it's kind of like I want to take you into like right where it's at, like where they're at now. You know what I mean? And then you get to build up the characters a little bit, get to learn about them, and kind of then we can go back and see what happened. You know what I mean? And see like why everybody's kind of personalities are the way they are right now, and things like that.
Yeah. Obviously, this character right here, the one on the cover, is the guard of the princess.
Right.
Yeah. So you're a pretty dope, badass female character.
Right.
We don't see a lot of that. I appreciate that. Being someone that reads a lot of manga, women are either the damsel in distress or above and beyond, like just batshit crazy. Except for Ruby, but we're not talking about that. Why? First of all, why the aesthetic? Because her aesthetic is probably my favorite aesthetic from this cover.
Right. So a lot of these characters are actually like renditions of some of my favorite characters of different stories. Right. So like if you look at the king in this, King Hidamine, he kind of looks like Hohenheim.
I knew he looked familiar.
Right. So he kind of got that Hohenheim look, and she's kind of got that Yoyorochi look from Bleach. But you know, I made up my own character, so it don't look exactly like them. But it's kind of like
the drawing inspiration.
Right. The inspirations from those characters.
Obviously, I've read the first two. Unlike Sage, he had one job. I'm like, here, at least read the first 3 chapters.
Home and I fell asleep.
Excuses.
I was super tired. Listen, I got here at 10 in the morning.
Excuses.
And I went around and around. You probably saw me with the little kid. That was my little cousin.
It's all good. It's all good.
What are some of your favorite aspects from doing this? Like, favorite characters. Obviously, we're in the very early onset, so it's not like we've gone through multiple story threads. But what are some of your favorite things from what you're creating? Obviously, everyone has like, I don't have a favorite, but...
No. I mean, I definitely got a favorite, right? So, like, that's actually my favorite character. And it might even come out in the writing, right? So that character, the female, is probably my favorite character. And the thing I like is just kind of what I'm doing with some of the powers and abilities. It's like a world where, like, not everybody has abilities and powers, right? So it's only certain people. These are very, like, special people. And then, you know, the whole situation with the bloodlines being tied directly to the life force of the kingdoms. It kind of creates, like, a unique, like, fictional world where it's like, you can see how important it is. Like, where now it's like, you know, if one king dies, another person replaces. But now it's like, if the king dies, then everybody dies. So it's like, there's a different relationship between the king and his people. You know
the way how you're expressing it right now, it just, I don't know if you've ever seen the Vampire Diaries or the originals, but it's almost like the same concept that the very first ones, every vampire that they've turned connects to them. So if the first one, everyone else automatically dies. So it's actually a pretty unique aspect that you don't see in writing a lot. So I commend you for that. Sage, you got any questions, my guy? I didn't do my homework.
Hold on.
Pants got caught lacking on the ground again.
Listen, I have been through trial and tribulation, but aside from, obviously, you asked the main question, how far out are we looking for this to go? Like, are we turning this into, like, a 50-chapter thing? Are you going to do us like Maid Sama? Or are we going to...
You know, it's probably going to run... It's going to run in 3 arcs.
Okay.
And it'll probably be in the 44 to 50-ish chapters. I mean, I have the ending. It's not something I'm going to stretch. It's not something that's meant to be like ongoing for 10, 20 years. It's got the ending and everything.
Oh, you're not going to put One Piece on us?
No. I don't even have that in me. Like, I don't even know how that's even possible. To be honest.
A lot of retconning. A lot of retconning.
Right.
But no, like, again, I love what I've read so far. So where can, obviously, at cons, the cons you go to, but if we wanted to buy this, like when your next volume comes out, where would we do that?
Yeah, just go to goldentreepublishing.com and you can get all my comics on there. I have other stories as well that aren't mangas, so you can check those out as well.
All right, beautiful.
Repeat it one more time for the people in the back.
It's goldentreepublishing.com and you can get all my comics there.
All right,
All right, appreciate you. Again, Sage, any questions, anything?
I asked my question. I was trying to make sure.
See how you said that you have other stories. What are the topics of your other stories?
So, I have a graphic novel called Unicorn Melee. and it's about a monster that's been hunting unicorns for their horns, because the horns give you power. And Blacksmith stumbles across one of the wounded unicorns, and they team up to fight this monster. I have a 17+ comic called Eta.
Hey,
which
as long as you said 17+, I'm like, hey, they gotta be some things, not for
right. Yes, there's some things in there that's not for kids, for sure. And it's about a young samurai who questions to become a lord, and his whole clan gets wiped out. So he has to start from scratch, and it's about him like scraping the crown. They try to get back to the top to find another way to become a lord. And then I have a all ages comic. That's called Power Twins, which is basically, it's kind of like a superhero thing. It's 2 kids who really have the power to kind of destroy the universe, and they're orphans. And there's a mysterious villain out there trying to get a hold of them so he can basically make them do his bidding, and use their powers for, like, you know, bad things. So yeah, so you can get all that at GoldenTreePublishing.com.
Right. I think that's all the questions I have off the top of my head. Again, man, appreciate it.
Thank you.
I would hug you, but I'm sweaty.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. It's hot out there.
Sorry, Mr.
This is Sage Sousa from Otaku Outsiders. Peacing out, Madison.
Yep.
From Golden Tree Publishing.
Yep.
Until next time, peace.
Peace.